Hello my lovelies, it is time for another book review. Yeah! I am going to be doing a book review on the very much anticipated Every Day by David Levithan. And I totally just noticed that my nails match the cover. That's pretty weird. So starting off, I just want to say, God, this is so good! This cover is gorgeous and totally fits with the theme of the book. It's just clouds with different people falling from the sky, boys, girls, what have you, and it's very fitting to the novel. So let me start off by saying I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It was absolutely beautiful. I fell in love with this book. It took me about maybe 2-3 hours to read it because I could not put it down. It was that good. John Green and David Levithan make me feel like such a loser when it comes to my writing. So this book is about a person, they do not have a gender, named A, and each morning he or she wakes up in a different body of another person. One day he could be John from, his town who loves sports, and the next day he could be Joanna who loves makeup. One day he falls into the body of a boy named Justin, and he goes to school, and Justin's girlfriend Rhiannon is there, and he absolutely falls head over heels in love with her. After that, he kind of stalks her a little bit and tries to find ways to be with her and meet her. It was such a beautiful book, and I fell in love with the writing. I've always loved David Levithan's writing, but this book particularly struck a chord with me because it was just so stunning, and the imagery in it was just breathtaking, and I just wanted to live in this story. And it was like air to me, breathing in and out. It was so beautiful, so poetic, so perfect that I know you guys are going to love it when you read it if you have not read it yet. There's one part of the book that I wanted to share with you that I absolutely loved and is so true for our world right now. If you stare at the center of the universe, there is a coldness there, a blankness. Ultimately, the universe doesn't care about us. Time doesn't care about us. That's why we have to care about each other. I think that's the main message I got personally from the book. This book made me appreciate every single person that I come in contact with. Because A enters a new body every day, you experience each person as a person. You realize that they have hopes, dreams, fears, sadness. They have a life, and each person has feelings, and they matter. This book made me realize that you need to count each person as an individual and not lump them into a certain category of, oh, the jocks, the pretty girls, the smart girls, the nerds, the this, the that. It's so, it doesn't even matter in the scheme of things. Each person is a person and needs to be treated as such, and that's what I really got from the book. And it actually made me a little bit emotional by the time I was done with the book, because it was it hit so close to home, especially with my parents passing away. I feel like I only knew my parents as my mom and my dad, and I didn't really, as I got older, of course, I realized that they were people and had their own opinions and stuff. But as a kid, you think, oh, it's just mom and dad. My mother isn't a woman that wants a touch or craves touch or love or affection. She's just your mom. Or your dad isn't just there to pay the bills, and etc. This book really opens up your eyes to everybody as a whole and makes you realize that people aren't just placeholders. But moving back to my feelings on the actual book and not my Gandhi-ish theories of this book, the writing, oh God, it was beautiful. It always is. I wasn't really expecting anything bad from this book. I thought the idea was brilliant, as always, and the concept of it was genius. The writing, I don't think this idea would have worked with anybody except for David Levithan, maybe John Green, and I think you actually talked to him about it in the book, or in the acknowledgments, but I don't think it would have been done nearly as well had it been anybody else besides David Levithan. There's a particular part of the book where A slides into the body of an addict, and oh my God, it was so good. Oh my God, it was so real and so gritty and true. and it took your breath away. It really did. So I don't think I really need to explain how amazing this book is anymore to you guys. Go read it. It is the best book, one of the best books, probably the top 3 that I've read probably ever. And so it's definitely a favorite of this year ever. And so I really urge you guys, I'm going to be a big proponent of this book and say that you guys really need to read it. I would definitely spend money on this book. Alright guys, that is my review for David Levithan's Every Day. Please go read it. Beautiful book. Makes you think about your life, and it's very retrospective and definitely gives you a personal growth in your life. So I definitely recommend that you read it and absorb it and soak it in, because it is an amazing book. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!